Hello. So I actually really like playing around with different styles and translating things into different forms, and just kind of seeing what comes of it. I'm also know that I'm not very good with anatomy and perspective and proportion, but I kind of draw for my own sake and my own fun, so I don't over worry about that and sometimes just enjoy doing really silly, zany, cartoony styles. But as I said, it actually fits in with my kind of interest in seeing things put into different forms and um, trying to get that idea across, and it still keeps me drawing. So, one of the styles I played around with more than a lot of them was sort of a spooky style because it ended up kind of having a lot of the shapes and curves and things that I actually like putting into my drawings, and had some things exaggerated in ways that I really enjoy. Um, it's largely inspired by Nightmare Before Christmas, but it's not like exactly that style. I could never say it was, and in some ways I just kind of play around with it and have fun. Um, so in this video you're gonna see a mix. I kind of want to like just put a compilation of all the ones I could find together, and there's a couple more I know exist that I wasn't able to find, but that's okay. And they were just random people's specific character requests. But yeah, you'll see a mix of like fan art from specific IPs, OCs, other people's characters, requests, and just all kinds of things. So hopefully that'll be cool. And most of this is pin art, but you will see some colored pieces, both traditionally and digitally. And I hope you enjoy. So starting off, I have two Harry Potter pieces that I did very recently for a coworker at work who really likes spooky things and is a Harry Potter fan. So we have this piece here with Harry, Ron, and Hermione, and at the bottom you have Crookshanks, Hedwig, and Scabbers. They're kind of in front of Hogwarts Castle, probably like within the grounds, basically. And kind of like the expressions I gave them here that they have here. And I realize Hermione is way too tall, but I'm still generally happy with this. And then next I have this here with like the Marauders back when they were kids. And I had a lot of fun playing around with the words. So if it's not clear, this is Sirius, James, Peter, and Remus Lupin. And then those are their sort of animal forms. So we have the Grimmer, the black dog. Basically, Sirius is dog that he transformed into, and then the deer for James. Once again, Scabbers because Peter, and then the werewolf for Lupin. And this one I really like a lot, how it came out. I guess there are things I probably could have done better with their bodies and their robes and things, but I'm at least very happy with the faces overall. I think it's pretty cool. And I like the animals. Okay, so next is some Steven Universe art. And this is an old sketch of Peridot in that style. I thought that was pretty fun. And then following that, we have one of essentially one of the title shots in the opening to Steven Universe. And they kind of took some inspiration from some different characters named for Christmas for their face styles, but somewhat of their own. I ended up really liking this one. I know the coloring isn't the best. It was on a rough paper and you can see that, but with the design composition itself, I'm actually pretty happy. And then I think that was it for Steven Universe. So here is My Little Pony, and this is a Pinkie Pie design, if that wasn't clear. And that was kind of she was actually kind of a good character to do this with, because it was just sort of the wild curly hair with all like the strands sticking out and such, making it kind of really fitting. Like the poofy balloon dress. That one was fun to play with. And then I have here a screen cap redraw, actually, and this is painted. And I guess this is the character as a human in this style. It's obviously Twilight Sparkle. You know, in a scene that was there with the elements of harmony. And the pose is a little bit weird and angly, but overall it was kind of fun to do. And then my last pony one is an actual pony, and this was also a screen cap redraw of a scene from Lesson 0. And this one kind of ended up looking very sort of Dr. Seuss-y, and with the whimsical background, it reminded me a little bit of even like Rocco's Modern Life and stuff. So yeah, so that's my last pony one. This is one of my OC in a chibi form. And then I have the same OC in a not chibi form, but still in the spooky style. She's a four-tailed kitsune, like the transforming foxes from Japanese mythology. And I really kind of like how that came out. I feel like the long face works well for this style. So going on, I actually did sort of sketches of the first 3 movies made by Disney Animated Studios, and I'd like to kind of continue down that list somewhat sometime, but I'll see. So here's one of Snow White. So Snow White actually was a lot younger than she looked like she was, so I tried getting it across in this, and that's why she looks like so childish. And I kind of like the details of the poisoned apple hanging on the tree, and then if you look, the witch's face is actually watching from the knot. I just thought that was kind of a cool thing. In the second movie, we have Pinocchio in like a very spooky looking style. And then thirdly, although I don't think this one came out as well, is from Fantasia. It's Night at Bald Mountain with Chernabog, and like his like dancing banshees and demons and things, and like the souls at the bottom, and like the mountain itself with like the clouds. It was fun to draw, but one, I think it's actually less spooky than the real scene. And 2, I don't know, it just doesn't feel as good or as inspired design-wise as a lot of the other ones. It's still cool, though. Still think his face is interesting, even though he looks kind of bored with it. Okay. Let's see. So this is technically an OC, but it's inspired by a friend of mine. And this one, I do feel like there's some like Dr. Seuss elements in it as well. And then a second one inspired by a friend of mine here, which I really like the design for also. there's kind of a lot of cool things going on. And part of the idea of the umbrella was that, like, it was a psychic vampire, and so it had, like, the see-through stems that you could see, like, the thoughts it was stealing going through, which I thought was pretty neat. There's more of a story behind all of this, but for now, I'll let you use your imagination. And then, moving on, I have some Skullgirl art here. That's Peacock, of course. Well, not of course, you might not know that, but yeah, that's the character Peacock. And I think she worked pretty well for this. I was very happy with this one. The other Skullgirls ones didn't come out as well. They were attempted screen cap redraws, which were fighting scenes, and my lack of ability for in proportion and anatomy and such definitely hurt them. So this was from a screen cap of Peacock fighting Parasol. Peacock is my favorite character, if you couldn't tell. I think all three of them have her in it. I do really love the way her skirt looks here. Like, that's cool to me. But yeah, Parasol didn't come out very well. And then, for the next one, I have Peacock and Marie, which is like the final sort of boss. And this one was colored with alcohol pens. It's kind of a little blurrier and hard to see, but still is an interesting work, I guess. It could use a lot of improvement. I think the pose of Peacock is kind of cool. This one, it looks a lot more abstract, I think, than the others-ish. And, like, the skull heart there looks cool, I guess. And so that was my last Skullgirls one. And then now we get to requests people gave me for animal characters they had. And the ones I can't find were requests for human characters that people had. But, like OC requests for human characters that they had. But I still have, like I said, a bunch of OC requests for animal characters. So this was like a werewolf character someone had. This one actually was sketched and then colored over with like a transparent brush in Photoshop. And the band shirt was supposed to stand for Fallout Koi. Yes, a bad pun. But yeah, I really like how that came out. I think the character worked well for it. And then this was another request. This one actually wasn't in OC, but it was done at the same time as it, and it was for like characters from a Russian cartoon I had never heard of, so I kind of group it with the OC ones. Still, I think I really like how that character came out. I thought that was really unusual and interesting. It's probably the best of them. This was, colored the same way, with just like a transparent brush in Photoshop. This was someone else's OC, I believe it was a griffin. And then here was like a dog OC. This was like an effect from the photo when I was like cleaning it up. Most of them I don't clean up, but this one like had some weird stuff with the photo, so I was trying to like fix it. And by like removing some stuff that was like in the background, or probably like a shadow or something, I don't remember. But I still actually really like the way that effect ended up looking anyway, so I'm still cool with it. I guess it would make more sense if that was gray too, but yeah. It looked neat in the hair. And then I have this one, which was colored with twists of crayons. It's another werewolf. And this, which honestly the character ended up working so well, and I really liked how this design came out. And then here's another super spooky one that I think worked very well. So actually animal characters in general just work really great for this style, for me at least. And is that the last one? No, it's not. Okay. The last things I have here are miscellaneous fan art that was like one-off. This one was actually a request. It was for a character from Fire Emblem. I believe Nino or Nina. I know some Fire Emblem characters and have played a little bit of some of the games, but I wasn't terribly familiar with this character. I thought the pose on this was fun though, and I liked like the way the exaggerated kind of cape came out. And then lastly is something I decided to do myself. It's a Toho character I like a lot. I actually like a lot of Toho characters, so I'm surprised I haven't done more like this. But this is Sekibanki, which is a character I've actually cosplayed several times recently. And she's a Dualahan, basically, so she can move her head. She also has some references to... Oh man, my mind is blanking, which is weird because I love yokai, and this is a well-known one, and I knew it. But like the lady who can who looks normal and then can like stretch her neck super long, and like gets back on like men because she was betrayed by a man, and she does that by like licking them before like probably eating them or something, but like basically like freaks them out and takes revenge on them. Rokurokubi, that's it. So I'm not saying she does that personally, I was saying that she was also based on that creature. A mix of like a Dualahan and a Rokurokubi. And I think there might have been a couple other creature inspirations. But yeah, she's a cool character. And the Toho games are great. And I really like the way the neck cover came out there. I thought that was a fun pose too. Anywho, I hope you all enjoyed this, and I might do a similar video of some other styles I played around with, but this is definitely the one I think I have the most of, other than like anime style or such, like, which is just kind of generic. The other one that might get near this was like a minimalistic style I was playing with for a bit, but I do have, I think, a lot fewer of those. But yeah, hope to make more videos soon, and I hope you enjoy this. Thank you.